Hola Marina, ¿cómo estás hoy?
Hola Ben, pues fenomenal, mira dónde estamos.
¿Dónde estamos? Look at
Pues...
that. Hang on. Wow. We're in the Misty Mountains.
Estamos, bueno, en nuestro lugar favorito, que ya os hablamos hace poco, camino del pico de la Machota.
We are, halfway up to the Machota Peak near El Escorial. Once again, getting a bit of exercise. And it stopped raining. Ha dejado de llover después de 3 semanas de lluvia.
Sí, de hecho se oye que el agua corre por los caminos, como ocurre en Pirineos, que aquí es más difícil de encontrar.
Yeah, there's water literally running down the paths next to us.
Y tenemos una superave volando justo encima nuestro.
Yeah, there is some kind of massive bird of prey right over our heads. You might be hungry, Marina. Don't lie down or you'll get eaten. Anyway, we have got a real Spanish conversation coming up for you shortly today. As usual, that's what we do. We're Ben and Marina. We use real conversations between us to teach you the Spanish you'll never learn in a textbook or endless app units in one of the big name apps. And we've been doing it for 19 or 20 years now.
Over 18 years.
And we love it.
19.
Today we're going to be talking about podcasts versus YouTube in Spanish. That's coming up. Related to that, did you know that you can listen to these videos as a podcast? If you look up I Love Real Spanish, that's the name of the podcast, which is these videos in audio. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts and so on. We'll put links to that underneath. So yeah, if you are more of a podcast person, which we're going to ask you about in a minute in Spanish, then that's a possibility. Also, whatever level you are, make sure that you are listening to, if you haven't yet, our Inspired Beginners, Intermediate and Advanced podcast for your level. And if you want to really get the most out of them, then use the worksheets that go with them, because you will double the speed at which you learn Spanish. Okay, we are up the mountain. We want to ask you now in Spanish, in our conversation, about whether you're more of a podcast person or a YouTube person, because we're curious. We actually want to know, because we've kind of got a foot in both camps. So we're going to ask for your comments on that. And we're going to tell you in Spanish which we are. Are we more YouTube watchers, or maybe Instagram or Facebook? Well, let's talk about all of them, and then you can tell us in the comments. So, ¿lista?
Lista, estoy
preparada,
lista.
Remember,
ya.
If you're a beginner and it's really tough, listen to our Inspired Beginners podcast, because you'll be so much more ready for these videos quicker. If you're intermediate or advanced or beginner, you can use the cog symbol to slow us down if you need to 0.75. Let's go, Marina. Podcasts or YouTube? ¿Se dice en español YouTube o YouTube?
YouTube.
YouTube. ¿A cuál prestas más atención?
Bueno, pues tengo que decir que en horas de uso más el podcast, porque me permite escucharlo mientras doy un paseo o en el coche. En el coche me encanta escuchar podcasts, o a veces incluso en el sofá mientras tejo o hago otra actividad manual o coso.
Sí.
Y es la manera en la que me gusta hacer mi aprendizaje. Pero claro, depende, porque si lo que necesitas ver necesita imagen, incluso para el aprendizaje, yo hay cosas que necesito ver en vídeo. O, por ejemplo, ayer para uno de nuestros temas estuve viendo un vídeo de Toledo maravilloso. Pues claro, tenía unas imágenes que en el podcast no puedes capturar. Entonces, para mí va ahí un poquito la diferencia.
Dame un porcentaje entre podcast y YouTube o otros medios sociales.
Pues 80-20 te diría.
80 podcast, 20 vídeos.
Sí,
okay, pues,
sí, no soy muy de vídeo, ¿no?
A mí me encantan los podcasts, porque llevamos 20 años haciendo podcasts, pero también porque... como dices tú, pues se puede escuchar en el coche, mientras preparas la cena, en muchas situaciones, ¿no? Hoy, dando un paseo por la mañana, pues estaba con un podcast sobre el arte. Entonces yo escucho muchos podcasts sobre el arte y sobre todo los pintores que pintan al aire libre, como a mí me gusta.
Pero
dices, si te gusta el arte, seguramente ves vídeos en YouTube, ¿no? Porque
muchos.
Es muy visual. Sí que veo muchos, pero te juro que escucho mucho más entrevistas con artistas
pero
que
muchas
ve
veces
vídeos.
en formato vídeo.
No, muchas
¿No?
veces. Sí,
Vale.
pero mucho más en audio. Sí, sí.
Vale.
Entonces también escucho...
Dame un porcentaje.
Bueno, venga.
Mójate, venga.
60% podcast, 40% YouTube.
Me cuadra, me
Te
cuadra.
cuadra. Vale. Y bueno, por mojarnos un poco más, Instagram, Facebook,
Yo,
adicta, ¿no?
para nada. Ven un poco más que yo.
Yo Instagram, claro. Todos los artistas están en Instagram. Incluyendo yo. Entonces, yo sí miro Instagram bastante, pero intento bajar la cantidad de tiempo porque me acelera mucho.
Me acelera.
Me acelera mucho. Okay, there you go. You've got our percentages, podcast versus YouTube. We've told you where we listen to them and why we like listening to them. We would love to hear from you. What's your percentage, YouTube versus podcast? What do you like better? Would you like to listen to these videos as a podcast instead of seeing them as videos? We love making them as videos, it has to be said, because we can show you
Incredible places
that we love to share. But we are also, of course, podcasters. So leave us a comment. What are you, a podcast listener, a YouTube listener, or maybe a YouTuber or a podcast maker? Tell us in the comments. What else? We've got an exciting event coming up in a couple of weeks. We're going to do a YouTube live, so we can interact with you guys in the live feed, in the chat, in the comments, as we did in our coaching week at the beginning of January, or late January actually, at the beginning of the year. Do we enjoy doing those?
Oh, yes,
okay.
yes, sí, son bueno, muy interesantes, muy disfrutones y compartimos muchas cosas, muchas risas, ¿no? Compartimos muchas risas,
Yeah.
muchos momentos muy vivos.
Yeah,
Incluido uno de Ben, muy bueno.
yeah. Occasionally, I get overexcited and say words that probably shouldn't be said in public, and Marina tells me off. So I'll try and be careful of that next time. But we'll see. Voy a meter la pata seguro.
Pero bueno, ya
I'm
sabéis
going to put my foot in it.
que meter la pata es parte del proceso de aprendizaje.
I
O
can
sea que
see,
no pasa
claro.
nada. Está permitido.
It's key to put your foot in it sometimes. Very important. Okay. Make sure you are signed up to our newsletter so you don't miss that. We're doing that because also in a couple of weeks we're launching something super exciting for intermediate and advanced learners. So keep an eye out for all the news coming up about that. You need to be on our newsletter list. If you aren't already, sign up below so you never miss another great video and you find out all about the live that's coming up and the great exciting thing for intermediates and advanced that'll be around the very beginning of April, and the live will be a bit before that. Algo más?
Vamos a
Nada
caminar un
más.
poquito
We'll go
más.
for a walk, and if you want to see more real Spanish conversation videos, then one should be appearing somewhere, as always, above Marina around now. Keep learning more Spanish, and nos vemos pronto.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.